This is entry level for any newcomers. I can guarantee you that you will easily get hooked, no doubt about it. So pretty much, the story begins with these giant creatures called Titans roaming the land, devouring humans without any reasons or sense. Humans are left to fend off Titans by residing themselves within a huge city that is engulfed by 3 layers of walls. Humans live in peace behind the wall for a century, but one day the wall is destroyed by a mysterious titan known as the Colossal Titan. At that moment, terror and hell breaks loose. Titans enter the city and unleash their terrifying power. The story focuses on the main protagonist, Eren Yeager, as he plans to take vengeance on these weird freaks of nature. His dreams to wipe Titans off from the face of the world. At number 19, it is Sword Art Online. The hype train went pretty long for this anime. The first episode was so unexpected and dark that it really engaged the audience in the storytelling. The story takes place around 2022 in the future, where virtual reality becomes possible with the invention of the Nerve Gear. A new hit virtual MMORPG game gets released called Sword Art Online for the Nerve Gear. The game was going well, but until the game creator decided to test an experiment on its players. He activates a system that disables players to log out from the game. He also implemented a new rule to the game. The only way to escape from the game is to beat it, which is reaching to the last level. The creator states that if a player gets erased from the game or the nerve gear they're using is removed, a strong electromagnetic pulse will be emitted that leads to frying of the brain. In conclusion, it will kill them. This shocks some players and some went mentally unstable. The main character featured in the series is Kazuto Kirigaya, but he is mostly referred by his in-game name Kirito. We follow Kirito as he travels the world of Aincrad and faces challenges to compete for survival of the fittest, becoming the best of the best. Coming at number 18 is KohzzyJo Madoka Magica. It's so cute and heartwarming. It's definitely a must-watch on everyone's list. I know a lot of people that loves this anime. It's cute and it's good for anyone of age. It's about KohzzyJo, which translates to magical girls. We watch magical girls do cute things. The story begins with a girl named Madoka Kadame and her friend Sayaka Miki meeting a mysterious cute cat-like creature named Kyubei. The creature offers a contract in which a girl may have any wish granted in exchange for obtaining magical powers and having the duty to fight against witches. One day, a transfer student named Akime Humura appears out of nowhere and warns Madoka to not sign the Kyubei's contract because she will suffer in the end. We accompany Madoka along with her friends as she decides to make the decision of abandoning her normal girl life or becoming a magical girl. For number 17, we got Mirai Nikki. It's filled with action, suspense, blood, and gore, which is made a blast to watch. It's an anime that is well known for one single character that is the queen of yanderes. The plot of this anime is about a high school boy named Yukiteru Amano, who is a loner that doesn't have any friends and spends most of his time writing in his personal diary about his life or talking to his imaginary friend named Deus Ex Machina, the god of time and space. One day, Deus gives Yuki a special diary that can foresee the future. He also mentioned a battle royale that Yuki must participate in along with 12 other players, each of whom possesses the ability to predict the future. The rules of this diary game are simple. The contestants must try and find a way and kill all other contestants before the world ends on day 90. The last player that stands can stop the apocalypse and be crowned as a new god of time and space. My 16th recommended anime is Angel Beats. It's a bit actiony and filled with comedy. In addition, it teaches moral lessons that will benefit you. I can completely guarantee you would change as a person after finishing this anime. Angel Beats takes place at a high school that imposes as limbo for those who died. At this academy, students learn to give up any lingering attachments and regrets from their past life before moving on. It centers around the main protagonist named Yuzuru Otonashi, a boy who has no collected memories of his past life. He gets recruited into a club called the Afterlife Battlefront or SSS by a girl named Yuri. The organization is formed to fight against God for the negative experience the club members have went through in life. Angel Beats is one of those animes that will leave a mark on you because it invokes audience to have sympathy for the characters. In addition, it makes you think twice about human life. At number 15, it's K-On! It's also an anime fan top recommend anime for anyone. The music that are played and featured throughout the series is catchy and can really sink into your brain. All the girls are lovable too. The story begins with a girl named Yuri Hirisawa as she enters the first year of Sakuragaoka All-Girls High School. In the beginning, 2 girls are in a club known as a light music club. They need more members or else the club would be disbanded. They quickly recruited a new member shortly after hearing the bad news. Still not meeting the required number of members, the club caught Yui's attention. She instantly joined since she had to join a club and wanted to help prevent the disbandment of the club. There, she meets 3 girls named Mio Akiyama, Rizu Tainaka, and Sumugi Kotobuki. All 4 girls shared the love for music, and at that moment, the wild adventure story begins. My 14th recommended anime is Zoremo no Imoto ga Konai ni Kawaii Waka ga Nai, also known as Zoremo. Translated, my little sister can't be this cute. The story opens with a high school boy named Kyosuke Kosaka, who doesn't seem to be in good terms with his younger sister Kirino. Kirino has always ignored Kyosuke's presence. However, one day, Kyosuke finds a DVD case of an anime and hid inside an eroge. Shortly after, Kyosuke learned this belonged to Kirino. That night, Kirino approached her brother for the first time since forever and revealed that she's an otaku and has a little sister complex. She enjoys collecting moe anime things and imoto eroge. After hearing this, Kyosuke became a confidant to her secret hobby. The series then follows Kyosuke's effort to help his little sister to reconcile her personal life with her secret hobbies, while restoring the broken relationship and coming to terms with their true feelings towards one another. For number 13, it is Nisekoi. It's a funny show and the story is original. It's those type of anime that will keep you craving for more each episode. The story is about a boy named KohzzyJo, who is an average high school student. Also, he happens to be sole heir to the head of the Yakuza family called Shiuigumi. At the age of 5, Raku made a promise with a mysterious girl that they would get married once they reunite. To remind him of the promise, the girl gave Raku a pendant that told him once they reunite, she will unlock it and they will find out what is inside. From that day on, Raku never let go of the pendant promise he made to the girl. One day, a beautiful blonde girl named Chitoge Kirisaki transferred into Raku's class. Both of them never got along with one another. They constantly fought every time they saw each other. But out of nowhere, something unexpected happens. Raku and Chitoge are forced to become fake lovers for the rest of their high school life. Coming at number 12, it is Sakurasu no Pet Nakanajo. I fell in love with the art style immediately after looking at the previews and screenshots. It's drama and a romantic comedy. Unlike every anime that focuses on high school, this one's about college, which is rare to see and uncommon. Over time, as you watch the series, you begin to build connection between the characters. We enter their shoes and witness their hardships and adventures as college students. The story is about a university student boy named Sorata Kanada. He gets kicked out of his dorm for violating the rules of having a cat. He then moves to a dormitory called Sakura. Sakura has a reputation for housing the strangest, weirdest, and troublemaking students of Sumii University of Art. There, he meets a world-famous artist named Mashiro Shina. He then quickly realizes that this girl is not capable of taking care of herself. Because of this, Sorata is forced to become Mashiro's personal nanny. Most of the anime focus on daily life together and also the growth of their character. At 11, it is Steins Gate. This is totally a must watch. I haven't met anyone who hasn't watched this yet. It's full of suspense, comedy, and pleasure that would attract anyone's attention. Steins Gate might be a convoluted anime for some, for its storytelling and plot holes, but once you get it down, everything falls into place and the anime becomes 10 times better. This is one of the best time-traveling anime and is done perfectly. If you haven't checked this out, go right now and watch it. You're missing out on the good stuff. The anime opens up with an underground scientific group called the Future Gadget Research Laboratory. The members are as follows: Akabe Rintaro, Shina Mayuri, and Daru. They spend most of their time chilling and inventing futuristic gadgets. One day, one of their test experiments, the phone microwave, did something incredible. They discovered that it enabled them to send text messages to the past. Bewildered by this discovery, they believed they could change the future for the better. Of course, they did not think about the consequences. You know what they say? Never, ever fuck with time. Coming in the top it at number 10, it is Toradora. The story begins with a high school student named Yuji Takasu. He is gentle and a very nice guy, but his eyes give off bad first impression because he looks like an intimidating delinquent. He enters his second year of high school, and by luck, ends up in the same class as his best friend Kitamura Yusaku and his crush Kushinda Minori. One day, he runs into a girl named Aisaka Taiga, who was also in his class and the best friend of Minori. She took a strong disliking to them instantly. Ryuji then discovered that Taiga has a crush on Kitamura, while Taiga also finds that Ryuji has a crush on Minori. After discovering each other's secret love affection, Ryuji then comes to the idea of doing a trade-off. Ryuji will hook up Taiga with Kitamura, and Taiga will hook up Ryuji with Minori. But Taiga wanted more. She knew Ryuji likes Minori a lot, so in order to keep the end of the bargain, she forces Yuji to become her personal slave. The story focuses on their daily life and the chase for the true love. At number 9, it is Kill la Kill. This is acclaimed as the anime of the year of 2014. The premise of the anime is about a girl named Matoi Yuruko, who is seeking revenge on the truth of her father's death. The murderer, for all we know, is a person who wields a scissor blade. Yuruko has been traveling far and wide until the journey ends her up in Honnoji Academy. Honnoji is a school that is overrun by students who are competing for wealth. In this school, the student's social life is based on the rankings. The lower rank you are, the lower you fall in hierarchy. Also, if you reach high in ranks at the school, you are granted superhuman power with the help of a school uniform called the Goku outfit. At this academy, Yuruko meets her arch nemesis, Kirin Satsuki. She rules the students in the entire school with unquestionable power. Yuruko seems suspicious of Satsuki and points a finger at her as a murder of her father. The clash between these two collides. Was Yuruko's encounter with Satsuki just fate or something much more? Coming at number 8 is KohzzyJo's Lelouch the Rebellion. This anime is split into 2 seasons. I highly suggest you guys check this out. It is one of my favorite animes of all time. The story is set in a universe where the world is split into 3 superpowers: Britannia, the Chinese Federation, and the European Union. The story begins with Britannia conquering Japan. They stripped Japan and its citizens of all rights and freedom, and renamed the country Area 11, with its citizens referred to 11s. The anime focused on a character named Lelouch Lamperouge, who is the son of the Emperor of Britannia. Lelouch gets fed up with Britannia and dreams of restoring peace for the sake of his sister, Nonali. Apart from that, Lelouch wants to take revenge on the person who murdered his mother. One fateful day though, Lelouch meets a mysterious girl named CC, or C2. She grants Lelouch the power of the Gyos, the power of the kings. This power gives him the ability to command anyone to do whatever he demands them to do. At that moment, Lelouch realizes his goal of bringing down Britannia. For number 7, it is Golden Time. It is created by the same person that brought us Toradora. This is one of my favorite comedy romance anime. It's another anime just like Sakuraso, where it's about college students, which is probably why I prefer this over Toradora. It's about a newly admitted student at a private law school in Tokyo named Tarabandi. On his first day of school, he gets lost and runs into another student that was lost named Yanagisawa Mitsuo. They instantly became friends. Upon reaching their destination, a beautiful girl appears in front of him holding a bouquet of roses. The girl then randomly smacks Mitsuo with it and hands it over to him. As she leaves, the mysterious girl is revealed as a childhood friend of Mitsuo named Kagakoko. As a child, both of them promise to marry each other, but Mitsuo has gotten terrified and annoyed of her for the past years and hopes to get away from her as far as possible. Also, to his surprise, Koko will be attending the same school as him. Just when he thought he was free from her grasp, things get crazier. At number 6, it's Anohana Mitahana no Namae Boku Tachi wa Mareshirenai. Translated to The Flower We Once Saw That Day. For short, you can just call it Anohana. This is one of the sweetest anime out there. It's definitely a must watch. There's tons of drama and romance. It's one of my favorite animes of all time too. The story opens up with a group of 6 childhood friends getting torn apart when one of them named Menma Honma dies from a tragic accident. 10 years pass after the incident, and the friendship they once had together as child has not improved. However, on a summer day, the ghost of Menma appears in front of the leader of the group, Jinta Yodomi, and asks for a wish granted, reasoning that she cannot pass on into the afterlife until it is fulfilled. But since Menma does not remember what her wish is, Jinta goes out and gathers his childhood friends together once again, believing that they are the key to resolving this problem. Will the reunion rekindle the friendship, or are they only just doing this as a favor for an old friend? Number 5 is Nagi no Asakara. Man, this anime is beautiful. The art style is so clean and the animation is praiseworthy since it's from PA Works. They always know what true quality is. Like Anohana, this also has plenty of drama and romance. Since long ago, human civilization has lived on the ocean floor. However, there were many humans who wanted to live above the surface, and they moved to the land, creating a fundamental separation between the two. After a middle school closes down in a sea village called Shishio, 4 14-year-old middle school students named Sakishima Hikari, Mukaido Manaka, Hiradaira Chisaki, and Isaki Kaname have to attend Mihama Middle School on the surface. What follows is the struggle to adjust to the new environment and the relationship between the sea and the land people, while dealing with their own newfound feelings towards one another as they enter young adulthood. Coming in 4th is Suzumiya Harui no Yutsu, translated to The Melancholy of Harui Suzumiya. If you haven't watched this or heard of this, do it! This is the gateway to anime. This is the anime that a lot of avid anime fans would suggest. It's random and wacky but oddly good. The story is told by the main male protagonist, Kyon. He is approached by a classmate named Harui Suzumiya. She's an eccentric girl and is trying to seek for alien time travelers and espers. In order to do so, she forms a club with Kyon called the SOS Brigade. Harui then recruits 3 additional members named Yuki Nagato, Mikaru Asahina, and Itsuki Kozumi. Later, they reveal to Kyon that they are the supernatural beings that Harui is interested in. In addition, they said they were sent by the various organizations to monitor Harui because she's literally God and possesses destructive power that can threaten reality. It is up to Kyon to satisfy Harui so the world won't be in shambles. At top 3 is Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. Same with Haruhi. If you didn't watch this, please do me a favor and watch it. You're missing out on the fun here, guys. This show's complete action, so it never gets dull. In the distant future, mankind is forced to live underground in caves. The world above them and stars are a mystery to them. In a small village called Jiha, lives a boy named Simon and his soul brother Kamina. They formed their own group known as the Gurren Brigade. Their goal is to escape the village and break through the ceilings of the caves to the new world on top. One day, while digging, Simon discovers a small glowing object and later on a robotic pilot machine. Shortly after, something unexpected happens. A monster falls from the surface into Jiha. Simon and Kamina decide to use the mech as a last resort to save the village. With the help of the beast and mech, the friends journey to the world above them and discover that the surface is the battlefield between humans and an alien race known as Beastmen. It's up to them to fight and reclaim what is rightfully theirs. Pierce the heavens! Gurren Lagann! Top 2, it's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, another must watch. It's well known in the anime community and acclaimed as the best anime of all time since it's ranked at number 1. The story is about two brothers named Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric, who are young alchemists. The brothers travel the world and undergo alchemic training under Izumi Curtis. Upon returning home, the two decide to try and bring back their mother back to life with alchemy. However, human transmutation is a taboo, as it is impossible to do it properly. Of course, it ended as a failure, and as a result, Alphonse's body is completely obliterated and Edward loses his left leg. In order to keep his brother alive, Edward sacrifices his right arm to bring Alphonse's soul back and house it in a nearby suit of armor. After the disaster, Edward receives auto-male prosthetics from a girl named Winry and her grandma, Pinako. The brothers decide to burn the childhood home down as a symbolism as no turning back. To get back what they've lost, the brothers embark on a journey to find the Philosopher's Stone that is said to amplify the power of an alchemist enormously. However, on the way, they start uncovering a conspiracy that might endanger the entire nation, and they realize the misfortune brought upon by the Philosopher's Stone. Now, for my number 1 recommended anime, it is Clannad After Story. This Kyoto's animation masterpiece. It's beautiful and tells a tale that is impactful to the audience. It does a splendid job on engaging the audience into the story. We follow each character and experience the hardship they go through in life. I highly suggest you guys check out the first season before jumping into After Story, because character development is really important if you really want to understand the story. Once you have built a connection and begin to grow on a certain character, After Story plot will definitely be more captivating and meaningful. The story follows right after the events of the first season. Spoiler alert, the main protagonist, named Okazaki Tomoya and Furukawa Nagisa, gets married and starts living together after developing a close relationship. Together, they must face the unexpected challenges that awaits them. In addition, we get to see this is entry level for any newcomers. I can guarantee you that you will easily get hooked, no doubt about it. So pretty much, the story begins with these giant creatures called Titans roaming the land, devouring humans without any reasons or sense. Humans are left to fend off Titans by residing themselves within a huge city that is engulfed by 3 layers of walls. Humans live in peace behind the wall for a century, but one day the wall is destroyed by a mysterious titan known as the Colossal Titan. At that moment, terror and hell breaks loose. Titans enter the city and unleash their terrifying power. The story focuses on the main protagonist, Eren Yeager, as he plans to take vengeance on these weird freaks of nature. His dreams to wipe Titans off from the face of the world. At number 19, it is Sword Art Online. The hype train went pretty long for this anime. The first episode was so unexpected and dark that it really engaged the audience in the storytelling. The story takes place around 2022 in the future, where virtual reality becomes possible with the invention of the Nerve Gear. A new hit virtual MMORPG game gets released called Sword Art Online for the Nerve Gear. The game was going well, but until the game creator decided to test an experiment on its players. He activated a system that disables players to log out from the game. He also implemented a new rule to the game. The only way to escape from the game is to beat it, which is reaching to the last level. The creator states that if a player gets erased from the game or the nerve gear they're using is removed, a strong electromagnetic pulse will be emitted that leads to frying of the brain. In conclusion, it will kill them. This shocked some players and some went mentally unstable. The main character featured in the series is Kazuto Kirigaya, but he is mostly referred by his in-game name Kirito. We follow Kirito as he travels the world of Aincrad and faces challenges to compete for survival of the fittest, becoming the best of the best. Coming at number 18 is Mao Shoujo Madoka Magica. It's so cute and heartwarming. It's definitely a must watch on everyone's list. I know a lot of people that loves this anime. It's cute and it's good for anyone of age.